Let's talk about one of the most powerful partnerships in human history, maybe the most powerful, the team up of physics and engineering. Seriously. From the first steam engines to the smartphone in your hand, this duo has literally built the world we live in. So, let's dive in.
Okay, I know it sounds like the start of a weird joke, right? What could a clunky old steam engine and a super slick smartphone possibly have in common? Well, the answer is everything, really. It all comes down to a relationship that has been shaping our world for hundreds of years. And here's the secret sauce. Think of it like this. Physics is the team that writes the universe's rulebook. It's all about discovering the fundamental why of how things work. But engineering is the star player who reads that rulebook and figures out the how. How do we actually use these laws to build amazing things and, solve actual problems? And this isn't just a one-way street, not at all. It's a truly symbiotic relationship. You get this incredible feedback loop going. Physics gives us the big breakthrough ideas. And then engineering builds the tools and the tech that not only solves problems, but also lets physicists test their wild theories and discover even more. It's this cycle that is the engine behind, well, pretty much everything. To really see what I mean, we've got to go back in time a bit. Let's head back to the Industrial Revolution, because this is where this partnership really just lit the world on fire. The Industrial Revolution was the perfect storm. You had schools like the École Polytechnique popping up, literally created to apply science to industry. You had engineers like James Watt, who took physics principles and made the steam engine way more efficient. And then a physicist like Sadi Carnot comes along, figures out the science of thermodynamics, the why, and suddenly engineers have the blueprint they need to perfect heat engines. It was theory and practice just feeding off each other. And check this out. This quote from Encyclopedia Britannica nails a really key point. It wasn't just science helping industry. Seeing all this cool stuff happen, the factories, the trains, it got the public excited and made them support more scientific research. People saw it working and they wanted more. All right, let's jump back to today, because this partnership isn't some dusty old history lesson. It's the invisible force running all the tech that you and I use every single day. Just think about your phone for a second. The journey it took to get into your hand is just wild. It all starts with quantum mechanics, this super weird, mind-bending physics of how tiny little particles work. Engineers took those bizarre rules and used them to build billions of microscopic on-off switches called transistors. And the result of all that? It's the powerful little brain, the processor, that makes your phone actually work. And it's everywhere, in our hospitals. The laws of physics let us see inside the human body with X-rays and MRIs, and they give us radiation therapy to fight cancer. What about your car? Physics is behind the stronger, lighter materials that make it more efficient, the electric motors that are changing transportation, and even the airbags that rely on the basic laws of motion to, save your life. So we've seen the past, we see it all around us in the present. But what about the future? Well, as we start to face some really big global challenges, this collaboration is becoming more critical than ever before. And you might be thinking, okay, that's a nice story. But is this connection for real? Is it still a major force in today's economy? Well, the numbers don't lie. Just take a look at this chart. It shows where physics grads who go into the private sector actually end up working. And yeah, some go into computer science, other STEM fields, but look at that biggest slice of the pie. It's kind of impossible to miss. 38%. Let that sink in for a second. Nearly 4 out of 10 physics bachelor's grads go straight into engineering. This isn't just some abstract idea. It's a super highway of a career path. It shows there is a massive demand for people who get the why to go out there and build the how. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? When you put physicists and engineers in the same room, that's where the magic happens. They create brand new materials, they design hyper-efficient machines, and together they have the best shot at tackling our planet's most complicated problems. Which leaves us with one final big question to chew on. When you think about things like clean energy, climate change, exploring space, or building the next generation of AI, what huge global challenge do you think this incredible power couple is going to solve next?